It's EG Chess. In this video, I'm going to be covering the game where I finally hit 1900 rapid on chess.com. This is really just to help you guys learn. If you're below 1900, I'm sure you'll learn a lot from this video. If you're above, I'm sure you could take something out of this. I personally believe that you can learn a lot more from someone who's a couple hundred points rated higher than you than someone who's like a grandmaster, because a lot of the times these grandmasters are just on a whole nother wavelength. Alright, so we started with the queen's pawns, and after that, I try to get into my Catalan opening. For those who don't know, it's just when you go d4, c4, and bring that king side knight out. My plans here are to fianchetto the bishop, maybe put the knight here, maybe even fianchetto on this side, maybe put the bishop on one of these squares. There's a lot of different things. Put the queen here. I like it because it's not the London, so it's something different. Not everyone plays this. So next up, my opponent delivers a check. I block, and we trade. Pretty normal stuff. And now, as you can see here, I just fianchettoed my bishop. That's when you put your bishop in the little house over here. And he just pushed his pawn and got his knight out. Castles, castles. So now this just looks like a pretty normal game. I would say I like my position because my knights, everything is out. My opponent still has these two pieces to develop, so I enjoy my position. He pushes another pawn. I like that his bishop is crowded in this chain of pawns because really, ideally, you want your bishop to have a nice open diagonal. His knight has nowhere to go, and his bishop has nowhere to go, so I think my pieces are a little more active here. And we trade pieces. Okay, nothing too crazy. Again, you see he's bringing his rook into this weird corner. He's cornering it in his pawns. I don't think that's a really good idea because now my rooks are a lot more mobile. They can go to the middle and then control this file, but we'll see. A lot of trading is going on, but I also like the pieces that I still have on the board, and I'm advancing my pawns, so I don't mind. Okay, so I'm getting my bishop off of this square to try to protect the pawn. Now my pawn's very close to promoting, so I'm very happy about that, but I have a nice move here. Bishop b5. Now my opponent has the choice to either take it and trade a bunch of pieces or move something else. He decided to move his king away. If he were to take it, it looks like he's just winning a bishop, but in reality I take his rook, and then he will take back, and then I'll take his bishop. So that doesn't work out well for him. So he moved his king, and now I take the pawn. Notice how I took the pawn here. My idea was for the queen to take, just like he did, and then I'll take his rook. So I like that his queen is in this square because it doesn't have too much of a scope on my king. It's not really looking at the rook. It's kind of further from the pawn and rook here, so I'm happy with that. And then I have another brilliant move right here. It might look like I'm sacrificing the rook, which I am, but if he takes, then I promote to a queen. And then I'll end up winning his queen. She's already at a huge disadvantage because of my pawn. So he moves his king. I threaten the queen with my rook. He sacrifices the rook to take my pawn, but at this point the game is lost. And that is how I became a 1900. Let me know what other type of videos you make. Let me know what type of videos you want me to make. Send me your videos, ask me questions. I'd love to analyze your games.